And good morning, Minecraft. This is Mr. Kassarian, and welcome to the episode of my single-player Let's Play. How is everyone today? Good, I hope? I certainly hope you're doing as well as I believe I am. Oh, boy. Alright, so let's not get too in-depth here. Okay, so what are we working on today? That's a good question. I want to get something done, which is kind of cool. We're going to make ourselves a battery. It's not a normal battery. It is a Flux Capacitor. Alright? Oh, right, except I can't do it from that window because I don't have these linked in this mod. Right, alright. Flux Capacitor. And we're going to make a resonant one, which means we need a redstone, which means a hardened and a leadstone. Shouldn't be too hard. We get the leadstone. We get the hardened. Are we out of diamonds? We are out of diamonds. Holy crud. How did we do that? Huh. Alright, well that's no big deal. So let me show you something cool. 64 coal dust, please. Why am I getting 64 coal dust? That's a really good question. And there's a reason for it. Alright. So, coal dust... I need more overclockers. Do I have overclockers and programmed in here? I do. Give me 3 of those. So, basically, coal dust can be turned into diamonds, courtesy OIC2. Yes, that is a very important step. Now, if I look up this, I have 27 iron. Wait a second. I have a quarry going. Do I? I don't. I don't have a quarry going. Ha 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 ha. Right? That's what's set to main power. Poof. Alright, let's take a look at this. Geronimo. I had a quarry here. Why don't I have a quarry here anymore? Because it actually looks like the chunk reset. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, that's strange. So I'm going to call this a bug, guys. And I'm going to actually cheat this back in. Alright. So I'm pretty certain that this was just a bug. Alright, so let me show you guys doing this on camera so no one accuses me. Oh, you spawned it more than you should have. Yeah. Oh god, Vashtarara, whatever it's called. Grew, I don't care. It's something that doesn't like me much. Alright, so let me get this and the Tesseract I need. Hey, what the? Hey, buddy. Give me a break, alright? I'll be back in a few minutes once I clean this up, because that should not have happened. I don't know why the chunk decided to reset itself, but it did. I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. So, let's see. There we go. Alright, so we have some of that coal dust, alright? Now, what else do we have? Do we have any... No... We have more obsidian than anything else. Alright, so let's take a piece of obsidian. And we'll surround it. I think that's how we do it? No. Alright. So the first thing we're going to make is a coal ball. Ah, it's flint. That's what it is. Which is good, because as you guys probably guessed, we don't have much use for flint. So let's get... Why do I not have enough coal dust? Oh, because it's all over here. That's why I don't have enough coal dust. So we got 8 of those, alright? Now we're going to take that coal ball, those coal balls, and we're going to put them around a derpy derp. Yes, a derpty derp. I know, it's very, very descriptive. Around a piece of obsidian. Alright? And that should get us... No. Cobalt. Ah, right. Now we need to throw these guys into a compressor. Alright? Macerator, compressor. And that's going to take bloody well forever and a day. Alright? We have to compress down all of those 8 into compressed cobalts, which will give us some, you know... Sorry for flicking that around, but I'm still getting used to my new mouse, and it's kind of an interesting experience. Alright, so the compressor's compressing. That's nice. Did we get those overclockers? We did. Boom. And that's a little faster, isn't it? Alright. So then we have these guys compressed down. And then what we can do is we can take those 8 compressed coal balls around a piece of obsidian to get a coal chunk. And then we take that coal chunk, we throw that in our compressor, and we get a diamond. Shiny. It's just a nice, easy way, if you're ever running low on diamonds or another material, to get yourself a few more. So let's clear that, and we need to get ourselves a flux. Redstone flux capacitor. Beautiful. And now we need a resonant one. Alright, which means that we don't have any Enderium. Not a big deal. Alright. We just need to get, 4 ender pearls, 3 tin, little bit of platinum, or shiny, I think we're calling it. Never have enough shiny. A little bit of shiny right there. We have a bucket. I mean, you guys know how this works. This isn't the most, intricate crafting in the world. Though the fact that we do have to use liquids for it makes it a little bit more interesting. Da-dee-da-dee-da. Magma crucible. Let's throw that in there. We have our fluid transposer that gets a bucket in it. Oh, we already had a bucket worth of resident ender. Oops. Well, remember that for the next time we have to do this. Alright, that's done. Chuck that in there. Maybe we can get this out now. And yes, I should set this up to my auto-crafting system. I just haven't gotten to it yet, basically. We get that, and we get that. This could even just be done in a regular old crafting station. Enderium blend, and we need some pyrotheum. 2 should be good. And that's the wrong that and that. And we're also going to need to make an energetic infuser, because that's how you charge stuff. So let's go energetic infuser. It's not too bad. Leadstone energy cell. Block of redstone. You guys know how this works. We're going to need a machine frame. We're going to need 2 transmission and 1 reception. And that gets us our energetic infuser. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna actually put it where we presently have our cyclic assembler. Okay, so now we should have the Enderium we need to get ourselves a resonant flux capacitor. There we go. It can hold 10 million RF. Alright. So let's just throw that in there. And as you can see, it is charging up. And now, the energetic infuser, its power level actually depends on the line strength it's receiving. So right now it's not getting enough power, all right? I don't know why it's not getting enough power. I probably clipped a power cable by accident, but it's not getting enough power. So it's kind of derping out right now, now that it's used up its initial charge. But the cool thing about it is that these energetic energy cell theme bobbers, the flux capacitors, will actually repower anything in your inventory, if it's on your hotbar, that uses or can use RF. All right? So that's actually a huge big deal for us. Why? Because our power armor can accept RF. Right. For that matter, so can this little baby. 164K. All right, it's not great. It's not terrible. You know, I mean, it uses up a fair amount of power over time. Our energetic infuser's done. And all I have to do to activate this is shift right click. And let's see if it's working. Yep. As soon as I opened it and it updated, it said, oh, hey, I need 200,000 energy. Okay, I'm recharged. Nice. And you can see up at my top, I'm now registering that I have 1.39 million power in my suit. Why is that? Because it can also draw power straight from this flux capacitor. Now, it has to be on my hotbar. Or I always thought it had to be on my hotbar. Maybe not. Anyways, that is going to be a huge help to us. All right? Especially where we want to do some adventuring. Adventuring. Indeed, adventuring. Yes, that's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so there are a couple more things I want to work on, and I'll be right back as soon as I'm ready for them. All right, there was one more thing I wanted to work on today, but it looks like the Minecraft deities are not cooperating with me. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to work on something just a little bit different. What we're going to work on is making some grinders from MFR. Because I think it's time to replace using liquid XP from extra utilities with this stuff. What do we have here? All right, so we don't have enough of anything. We need 2 books. Right. Okay, so solution. Do I have... I can get paper. Okay, good. Now, look at the recipe for a book. There is a second recipe for books. Namely, using blank patterns from TCON. Let's get a stick or 2. There we go. And we can use this recipe to get ourselves 1 book. And hold for a second. One, 2. And we just need some more paper. We need at least 2 of you. It's going to take us just a couple seconds. I actually don't want to put these in, because if I put them in, they're going to be shot into our auto-enchanter. Actually, you know what? Let's disable that. That has now been disabled. Good. Goody, good, good. Alright, so which terminal was I using again? Oh gosh, this new mouse is sensitive. Alright. Paper. 2 books. Alright. And we're making a grinder, right? So you need 2 tin gears, a reception coil, and a machine frame. Now the grinder is pretty cool, because it actually will kill mobs for you and collect what normally would be their XP as mob essence, which can then be used for a whole bunch of different things. Alright? Now, the reason we're doing this is because it's actually slightly more efficient and easier to work with than liquid XP. Alright? And book 1 and book 2. Alright. And we get ourselves a grinder. Now, it does require power, which is one minor downside. Okay? But that's honestly not too big of a deal for us. We can just hook up a Tesseract and be done with it. Sounds good? Sounds good to me, too. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to... Well, why don't I keep you guys around for this? Do I have any Tesseracts laying around? No. Okay, do I have any Enderium laying around? I can, if I get 3 tin and some... Yeah, you guys know this trick. 3 tin, some shiny metal, no big deal. And then we can actually use up that Enderium I have, that Liquid Ender I have up here. Like that. Of course, it dropped into one of these things. Portable tank. I wonder if I can... It'd be cool if I could do this. Hold on. Hey, that worked out really well. I actually did not know I could do that. Awesome. Okay. That works better than I thought it would. Alright, so let's drop these guys in here. And let me see if I have a tank laying around somewhere. So grinders are wicked useful. Basically, grinders will auto-kill mobs. It'll give you their drops and mob essence. Alright? I love them. They're awesome. I've been using them a lot in Ag Skies. Well, not a lot, but you guys get the point. So let's take a look at... We got our grinder. I want to get a tank because I want to take care of something while I'm down there. Tank, and we're going to need some item ducts. And do I have my flue ducts? I have a couple flue ducts. Alright, so let's get some conduit. And let's get some... I'll do this. Okay. I'll have to backfeed through the same line. Shouldn't be an issue. Do I have an enemy network connection up here? I should. I should. Yes, I do. Alright, so all we're going to do is we're just going to do this. We're going to go Fluiduct. Going to turn this on. We're going to put the Fluiduct right there. We're going to tell this guy, config, fluid mode, receive only. And do I have a fluid interface? No. No, I do not. Do I have an import fluid bus? Get one. Okay. So while that's going, here's what we'll do. Let's drop downstairs. Yes. My countdown timer just beeped at me. Well, you guys didn't hear it because it blinked, but it's on my keyboard, alright? On your keyboard? Yeah, I have a G15. It's older, but it still has that built-in LCD. So I can, Minecraft while I'm Minecraft. It's like a little display panel that's built into my keyboard. It's actually wicked useful for this sort of stuff. Alright, so let's drop... How did you guys get over here? You guys are cursed earth zombies, too. I can tell. Alright, so let's reactivate this shenaniganery over here. Wait for the last zombie to die. There we go. Thank you, buddy. And let's break out all this. It's going to take forever because it's kind of... And we'll also just wait for the last of our materials to filter through here. Hey. No, and no. Alright, there we go. Alright, are you guys empty? Yes. Yes. Alright. Let's break all this out. Now, I'm not certain if a grinder will reach into the whole room here. Are you empty? Yes. And... did I bring my axe with me? It does not look like I did. Interesting. Unless it's in here. Hold on. Let's see. Are you in here? Yes, but die. There we go. Hatchet. Reinforced auto repair. Okay, now all we need to do is just wrench some of this stuff up. Like so, and we're all set. Alright. So now, all we're going to have to do is we're going to say, with our Tesseract, we don't have it yet. Right. I forgot about that minor part. Alright, so let's do that. drop down here. We're going to need a diamond first before we do anything with the Tesseract anyways. Oh, that's a tank. That's not what I wanted. I'm just derping out today. So let's get some glass. Let's put the glass right there. Alright, and now we'll put the grinder down. We will put an item duct. One. It should be good. And like that. Grinders face away from where you place them. Alright? Just remember that. And then we're going to have to move this stuff as well. Over to here. And then just temporarily, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put down a fluiduct right there, and our tank right here, because I want to be able to scoop out the liquid that shows up, if that makes sense to you guys. And then we're just going to fill in the edges here, where you have a mess from previous builds. All right, just like that. And we'll put more dark glass in. Okay, and now let's see how we're making out with that Tesseract. Yoink. And yes, I know I'm a little over time at this point, but that's alright. Doesn't really matter, guys. You know me. I'd rather have this build actually wrapped up than not, and you guys to be sitting around going, come on, man, show us the rest of the build. I know, I'm not a fan of cliffhangers. I'm just not. I need to put another layer on this thing, just to make it pretty. No, it's not very pretty. It's a giant edifice of stone brick, but you get the message. Come on, come on. I'm short on time here, Minecraft. Let me in the door. Gosh. All right, I'll be back. All right, so we have our Tesseract. Now let's set this thing up, shall we? So we're just going to drop it right in there. We're going to tell it for just a minute that it can receive. And this thing should be running now. Alright. We have energy, we have power. So let's shut this off, and you can see how the grinder works. There we go. Looks like it actually has enough range to cover the entire area, which I appreciate. It doesn't run incredibly quickly. That's the thing. It has a pretty decent sized idle counter. Huh. Oh, right. Hold on. Yoink. There we go. Remember, items will backstuff it. And it is building up some mob essence in there. And the reason I have it in the tank right now is just to build up enough that I can actually collect it and then put it into our network. Thingy-majigger. Right. Let's just call it a thingy-majigger and be done with it. Yes, and actually sort it inside our primary system. And then we will have some more work to do over here, but that will come later. Now, the nice thing about the grinder is, as you can tell, it's a little bit more resistant than some of the other systems we have, right? We have 500. You can see it's killing off the mobs that are in there. We're getting more and more and more. And basically what I'm going to do is take a bucket worth of mob essence out of here, put it upstairs into our sorting system, our liquid storage system upstairs, and we'll start storing mob essence. All right, and this is a little bit more fail-safe and foolproof than some of the other systems that we have. And we can actually do a bunch of wicked cool stuff with mob essence. All right, so thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We have enough now. So I'm going to break this tank. I'm going to put that stone brick back in there. We can wrench that off now. Put in some dark glass to fully seal the room. And what we can tell this thing is that we want it to send fluid. All right. So now the fluid coming out of this should be going straight into that Tesseract. We can go upstairs. And I know I'm wicked out of time now. We can run upstairs. Run back to our ship. Flight control on. Thank you very much. Let's actually pop into the back, because that's going to be easier. than trying to negotiate the whole ship and getting in through a door, and yeah, that's just not going to happen. Let's come over here. Do I have an empty tank somewhere? One that's not being used. Okay. You're going to store mob essence at priority 2. Perfect. And then all we should have to do is, let's see, do we have our fluid import? No, it's probably stuck on something. Are you stuck on something? Yep, 4 iron. Alright, that's funny. That's great. I should have a fluid import somewhere that I could scavenge. I could have sworn I had one. Oh, I must have used it. That's right. So literally all I'm going to do is I'm just going to hook up a fluid import to that thing right there. And we'll just pull straight out of that. So that should be fine. Actually, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to shove this thing up here. Oop, that's dark glass. I didn't want to put that up there. I wanted to put this tank up there. Just to act as a temporary buffer until I get some iron. There we go. Alright, so this has been Mr. Caesarian. I want to thank you guys for watching. Next episode, we're going to look at some of the cool stuff we can do with all of this mob essence that we're getting, including replacing our auto-enchantment system, but it's over there somewhere. So, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Mr. Caesarian. As always, guys, happy mining.